Well, good Friday evening to you. It was a fairly steady day today. My youngest grandson came out and gave me a hand, and we finished up the sheeting up on the top section and built two doors and installed them. It they work really nice. So all I got left to do is close in the front edge, the back edge, do the gables, and the metal trim around the edge. Oh yeah, and then ramp up the dirt up to the door there and then put some sidewalk blocks and make it all pretty. Yeah, we're just down to the very finishing touches now. Ah, it was a gorgeous day for working in the mid 70s. Uh, didn't didn't sweat, didn't get cold. It was just perfect. So we are wrapping up First Samuel tonight, and we already know that Saul consulted a medium back in chapter 28, which could not have pleased God very much. And there's one more battle that David takes care of here. 3 days later, when David and his men arrived home at their town of Ziklag, they found that the Amalekites had made a raid into the Negev and Ziklag. They had crushed Ziklag and burnt it to the ground. They had carried off the women and children and everyone else, but without killing anyone. When David and his men saw the ruins and realized what had happened to their families, they wept until they could weep no more. David's two wives were among the captured. David was now in great danger because all his men were very bitter about losing their sons and daughters, and they began to talk of stoning him. But David found strength in the Lord his God. That's something. His men were starting to turn against him, but David found strength in God. Amen. That is something to ponder on. Then he said to Abithiar, Abiathar, the priest, bring me the ephod. So Abiathar brought it. Then David asked the Lord, should I chase after this band of raiders? Will I catch them? And the Lord told him, yes, go after them. You will surely recover everything that was taken from you. So David and his 600 men set out, and they came to the brook Besor. But 200 of his men were too exhausted to cross the brook. So David continued the pursuit with 400 men. Along the way, they found an Egyptian man in a field and brought him to David. They gave him some bread to eat and water to drink. They also gave him part of a fig cake and 2 clusters of raisins, for he hadn't had anything to eat or drink for 3 days. Before long, his strength returned. To whom do you belong, and where do you come from? David asked him. I am an Egyptian, the slave of an Amalekite, he replied. My master abandoned me 3 days ago because I was sick. We were on our way back from raiding the Kishites in the Negev and the territory of Judah and the land of Caleb, and we had just burned Ziklag. Will you lead me to this band of raiders? David asked. The young man replied, if you take an oath in God's name that you will not kill me or give me back to my master, then I will guide you to them. So he led David to them, and they found the Amalekites spread out across the fields, eating and drinking and dancing with joy because of the vast. Oh, update complete. What is that going on my screen? Oh, okay. Something came up here. Well, maybe you can still see me. David and his men rushed in among them and slaughtered them throughout the night and the entire next day. None of the Amalekites escaped except 400 young men who fled on camels. David got back everything the Amalekites had taken, and he rescued his 2 wives. Nothing was missing, small or great, son or daughter, nor anything else that had been taken. David brought everything back. So, was that just a coincidence that they came across uh, this Egyptian? I think not. Okay, how do I get out of this? There, we got that out. And we got that out of the way. Okay, now my screen is clear. So, David fought that battle with God's guidance. And that pretty much takes care of chapter 30, 1 Samuel. And chapter 31 explains the death of Saul. Saul and his sons die in battle against the Philistines. And that does bring to a close 1 Samuel. Oh, tomorrow we'll get started in 2 Samuel. 2 Samuel, not as long, a little bit shorter. But I'm sure it'll be filled with very interesting things. You all have a fabulous Friday night. Appreciate you, Ben. You are definitely in the group of eagles, spreading your wings every night. Y'all take care. God willing, we'll see you tomorrow.